What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I want black men to understand what I'm going to talk about today because it involves something that we can all learn from, which is trying to rescue those people who cannot be helped. And many times, as black men, we decide that we want to do things like that because we want to save a damsel in distress. But I have absolute proof of why you can't do that. And that revolves around BlueFace. Now, BlueFace has an artist, or had one. Her name was Chrisean Rock. She was a track star. She moved to LA by way of Baltimore, and she went through a lot of tumultuous things, in and out of, different homes, parents on drugs, homeless, just a whole bunch of stuff. And she had met a lot of celebrities, but nobody took a chance on her. Nobody wanted to change her life. Just like many ladies, they meet a lot of different guys, but that don't mean that the guys that you meet actually have any real interest in you or want to help you do something. Most guys, because, guys who have money and have options, they could tell you anything. I'm going to help you do this. I'm going to help you do that. But then it could all just be a booty clapping sound. That could be it. And that's all. But BlueFace did something is he took her from her situation, brought her into his organization. And whether or not you like BlueFace, you got to give him credit for doing that, right? He wanted to change her life. He believed in her. Even though WAC 100 kind of felt that, she was problematic, and she was. She even, ended up getting kicked out of the house, had to call the police on her. He dropped her as a label person. And, she's still been very, talking about he's pregnant by him and all this other stuff, all kind of crazy stuff. But recently on her Instagram Live, she's talking about how much she loves BlueFace. And if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't be where she's at. He literally took her out of the ghetto. But then the question is, if he took you out of the ghetto, why then are you acting the way you are? Why did you disrespect that man like you did? Why didn't you have some appreciation for him and what he did for you? If he was the only person that showed you that love. And I want black men to understand something that's very clear. Some people have never had anybody give a damn about them. And I've had to learn this in my later years. I've dealt with this with women a long time. And black men have to understand this. Many girls out there in the world today have never experienced any love. They went through tumultuous problems. Shout out to Kamaya. She's a really good artist out of Oakland. I'm a really big fan of Bay Area rap. And I was listening to her interview with DJ Vlad the other day. And she's talking about how she went through so many situations, in the foster care system and, people in her life letting her down and stuff like that. And obviously, I'm a really big fan of her music. And she seemed to have rebounded, but not everybody can rebound like her. Most people that come from such an experience, it's hard for them to appreciate. And even if they do appreciate you for what you're doing, they don't know how to act. They don't know how to reciprocate. So only thing they know how to do is to destroy things that are in front of them, destroy themselves in the process. So many guys are out here, you're dealing with girls, you're dealing with people, you're dealing with friends who you're going up, bending over backwards for them, and they can't appreciate it. And the only way that you can really get away from this is to try to get towards people that come from healthy environments. Now, every healthy environment is not the best, but that's the one way to minimize it. You gotta get with people or get around people who they have seen love in their family. They've seen it coming up. They understand how to reciprocate. They understand how to receive love, and they understand how to be appreciative because they value you. All right. Clearly, she understands that he did something nice for her, but clearly she don't understand how to act. And as much as she may love him, as much as she may appreciate him, it will never work because she's toxic. I don't care how good she looks. She's a toxic young lady because that's what she was produced to be. And until she gets the help that she needs, she'll never be more than that. And here's another problem. And I want to talk about this with you guys like that. It is not your fault. It is not your responsibility. God did not put you in the world for you, in my honest opinion, for random people who don't know you to be sitting around being stressed out because they're toxic. That's what professional help is about. And too many black men are out here giving people a chance. You're getting used and abused because somebody has a toxic personality and nobody gave a shit about them. So you're over here worrying about them. It just doesn't make any sense. Let it go, right? She will never be able to appreciate him no matter what he does for her. All right. Now look at her now. She don't have BlueFace anymore. Now she's sitting back talking about, man, I really love him. I really miss him. Yeah, because the only thing that can teach you is getting cut off. And I want to tell guys this. I'm not the first person to say this. Other folks say this. Dating coaches also. The power of what? Walking away. You hear it from people, alpha male strategies. You might hear it from guys in the white manosphere. You might hear from guys like Corey Wade. Hey, listen, how do you teach people how to treat you? Let them go. All right. Some people need to understand that if you're going to deal with me, you need to learn how to act. All right. And it serves her right. You want to act stupid. You want to be discontent. You want to, like, a lot of times you don't need to meet these people with, like, sometimes, guys talk about, I need to do this to her. I need to check her. I need to get her straight. How about you just leave her the fuck alone? That's easy. You got something to offer. You don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate what I do for you. You're cut off. Bye. Take your ass on over there. Go destroy somebody else's life, or better yet, go destroy yours. Because one thing you cannot do, you will not do here, is destroy minds. And then they'll figure it out. And I'm gonna give another shout out to Coach Greg Adams, because there's one tweet I've ever seen from him that somebody showed me that I agree with. They're gonna ask for you. They'll need you before you need them. All you gotta do is keep living. God, they got something to offer like BlueFace. Guys have something to offer like you as a black man. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, you don't even have to have a lot of money. But as long as you got something good to offer, they don't want to do what they're supposed to do, get them out of there. Let experience teach them. You want to be a biatch? You can go do it somewhere else. You're not going to do it here. You want to disrespect me? You won't do it here. And you shouldn't have been there in the first place, because, and I think BlueFace was screwing the girl, right? But nobody taught you, you're not ready for the big leagues. A lot of people are so emotionally damaged, they're not ready to be in a relationship with top flight men. They need to be over there. It's up to them to work on themselves emotionally before they even get a good quality man. Same thing with elite people. You have to work on yourself before you can even be there. You don't deserve to be there. You shouldn't be there. End of the freaking story. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Really appreciate you for all that we do. Subscribe to the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm not.